Man, it's kind of hot out here. Is anybody else hot around here? Or is it just me? It's like, oh, hi. My name is Balak. I'm a king, I'm kind of special around here, I just kind of have an army, and they kind of just do whatever I say, and but there's one thing that we're a little bit worried about. There's this huge army out there right next to us. I don't know what we're gonna do. The Israelites, there's so many of them. So many of them. What are we going to do? People are starting to get scared. They're starting to get afraid. Like, how are we going to win this thing? I have no idea. Oh, what do I do? What do I do? Oh, there's a guy. What's that guy's name? Whoever he curses is cursed, but whoever he blesses is blessed. You know that guy's name?
Jesus.
No, not him. There's another one. Balaam. That's who that is. Yes, we need him. Go get him. Officials, come. Go get Balaam. We need him to come here. We need his help. Go get him. Well, as the officials go off to find Balaam, they finally reach him, and they ask him, well, we need you to come help us. We don't know what we're going to do. We need you to help us win. And we don't want everyone to get killed. So we need your help. And he's like, well, let me think about it. Y'all just stay here for the night, and I'll tell you in the morning, because God will tell me what I need to do, and I'll tell y'all in the morning. And so he goes to sleep, and over the night, God comes to him. He's like, no, don't go. I don't want you to go. So he wakes up in the morning and tells them, no, y'all have to go back. I can't go with you. God said no. So they go off to Balak, and Balak is like, what? Why is he not coming? So this time he sends even more officials. He sends more people, and they're more distinguished, and they're saying, well, we really want you to come. He's willing to offer you a reward if you're just willing to come and help us. And so this is part of where our story begins. He asked them to stay the night one more time, and God says, you know what? Go ahead. I'll let you go with them, but only do what I tell you to do. And so I need a few people to help me, and they're already ready and willing. And so we're going to do a little bit of role playing. And I have Rebecca here as Balaam, and I have Margaret here as the donkey. And so in our story, God finally said, okay, you can do what you want to do, but only do what I tell you to do. So he gets up in the morning and he goes to the officials, but God was angry at him. He was angry. And the angel of the Lord was sent to Balaam because he had already got up and he'd already set on his way. And so the angel of the Lord came and stood in front of him. He stood in front of Balaam and the donkey. And so the donkey kind of just moved out of the way. The donkey moved out of the way, and Balaam was angry. He's like, what is wrong with this donkey? And he beats him. He beats the donkey. And so they get back, on their way, and the donkey, once again, the angel of the Lord is in front of him. He stands in the middle path, and he draws a sword. So the donkey sees it once again, and he moves out of the way again. And Balaam, angry, he's like, what is wrong with this donkey? He's not doing what I want him to do. He beats him again. Well, finally, the third time, and finally, the angel of the Lord is blocking his path again, and they almost fall, and the donkey lays down and says, I'm not going, refuses to go any further. And Balaam is angry one more time and beats him. Finally, though, the donkey speaks. The Lord opens the donkey's mouth, and the donkey says to Balaam,
What? I'm a donkey. Did I say 3 times?
and Balaam's like, well,
You made me look like a fool, donkey.
And the donkey said,
But I'm the same dog you have ridden all your life. Have I ever done anything like this before?
no. Well, finally, the Lord opens Balaam's eyes, and he sees the angel standing in front of him. And he's like, Lord, I am so sorry. He's like, I have sinned. And he's like, and the angel is telling him, he's like, if it wasn't for your donkey, I would have saved him and killed you. He saw me. Why didn't you see me? I'm here to block your way because your way is a reckless way. And thank you for our willing participants. And but the message of the story that I want to get across to you is, have you ever tried to go your way? When the Lord told you to do something, he's like, go this way or go that way, do this or say this. You're like, okay, Lord, I'll do that. But somewhere along the way, you get a little sidetracked, you get a little distracted, and you're saying, well, I'm going to maybe do it a little the way that I want to do it, or the way that I want to say it. And you forget what the Lord directed you and what he told you to do to begin with. Sometimes the Lord's like, oh, go here, I want you to go there, or go speak to that person, or I want you to move here. And we're like, sometimes we say okay, but then sometimes we don't. So my question to you today is, are you willing to say yes? Are you willing to say yes, but are you still willing to listen to him along the way? As we saw in this demonstration here with Balaam and the donkey was seeing that the path they were headed down was the wrong one. It wasn't the right path, because that's not what God had told him to do. He had told him, only do what I tell you to do, Balaam. And so, as the angel was distracting him and finally Balaam's eyes were opened, he said, why did you not see me, but the donkey did? He's like, I'm trying to prevent you from going down this wrong path. This path is not right. And so I just want to encourage you today and remind you today that sometimes the roads we think we should go on, or the roads we think we should travel down, are not the right ones. Or if we step out a little bit and we do a little bit of what God wants us to do, but then somewhere along the way we're like, well, maybe I'll do this or maybe I'll do that. And so I just wanted to remind us today that as we are led by God and as he leads us and tells us where to go, what to say, that we would trust in him, that we would continue to be led by him and not our own paths and our own thoughts, but by his. And thank you for your time.